This Heritage Makers tutorial is going to teach you how to round corners on one or two sides only of your photos and background paper. To do this effect, the most important thing you have to remember is that you are not allowed to crop your photos prior to doing the rounded corner accent. You have to stretch your paper instead. This will become apparent on why we have to do this once I explain the technique. To stretch your paper, you have to go to your Layouts tab and you have to make sure that your lock proportions is unchecked. This will give you the capabilities to stretch your paper into the shape that you want it to be in. You want to do this for all the paper that you want to stretch. Once you have your paper in place, this is where we start to round the corners. Now this is where your cropping comes into effect. So you go to your tools and you hit your crop box. You want to line your blue box up in the corner that you want to round. Then the opposite corner, you want to pull the blue box out beyond your paper. This is going to trick the computer into thinking that your paper is actually bigger than it is. Then you can hit done and go to your effects tabs and you can put in your rounded corner. I'm going to choose 50 right now. You want to make sure that all your rounded corners are consistent on your page. Now you can see that this corner here is rounded, but these other three corners are left square because you've tricked your computer into thinking that the paper was as big as your crop box. The corners are actually round, just the paper there is invisible. Now you can go on to your bottom piece. Here we want two rounded corners. We can follow the same procedure by going to your toolbox and hitting the crop. You want to line your blue box up on the corners that you want to be rounded and extend your crop box past the edges that you want to remain square. Hit done, go into your effects and choose 50 again to round your corners. You can do this also with your photos, but once again you can't crop your photo. You have to leave it in the same format that you pulled it up from when you uploaded it. So go into your tools, grab your crop box, put it on the corner that you want to be rounded, and drag it out to the corners you want left squared. Hit done, into effects again to your rounded corners, type in 50, and now you have the rounded corners on the outsides and the inside ones are left square. You can add drop shadows to all your pieces to give them a little bit of a dimension. And that is how you round corners on one or two sides only of your background paper in photos.